Good morning, all my friends in the Warren County area. It is a chilly morning here, but we are live at Juicy's. I'm Brian Carr. I'm just your neighbor from up the road, letting you know what I know and going to give you a heads up on anything that I can let you in on. So, guys, we've got a great show today. We've got so much going on here in the Tree City, and we've got a big weekend going on. We got meetings tonight. We got things that are going on. We've got some sad news, and I want to start this off. We're going to start off with a prayer this morning because one of our very own, Miss Kathy Long, she passed away last night, and she's a wonderful person out in the Centertown community, and she's raised many children, and one of our good friends. That family, they need prayer. So we're going to start off with a word of prayer before we get into our weather. Father God, you are great beyond our means and beyond what we can see. And Father, you know best. But Father, we lift up our family, the Long family, and we thank you for Miss Kathy and all the blessings that she's been to this community, all the children that she's raised, all the people that she's met, all the people that she's helped in so many ways. Father, I just ask that you be around this family, be around the Long, the Gardner family. Father, please lift them up in this time of sorrow. But we know where Miss Kathy is, Father. She's in a much better place. And so, Father, help us to go on and help us to keep her spirit and memory strong, Father, because she was such a wonderful person here in this community. God, thank you for who you are. We look to see you and her again. In the mighty name of Jesus, we pray. Amen. Guys, please lift that family up. One of her children is really close to us. And guys, full disclosure, Miss Kathy would have me come over to see her littles that she would raise and take care of. And I always look forward to coming over to Miss Kathy's house because, man, I got to play with babies. She took care of a lot of babies, a lot of places that nurseries won't take a baby that young. She would take and take care and raise as her own. And she always had so many little kids. I'm sorry, I'm just thinking about all those precious little faces, and just appreciate everything that she would do for me and my family. So thank you, Miss Kathy, for being such a wonderful person. Guys, it is cold outside, and we're going to share right now with what is going on here in our weather. Currently now it's 23 degrees. And guys, it's going to get colder tonight. But if you've noticed, we've got these beautiful snowflakes that are coming in, and the sun's trying to poke us in. So it's going to be partly cloudy today. Tomorrow, the weather looks like it's going to get a little better for Friday. So the high is 48, low is going to be 30, and then over the weekend it's going to stay in the 40s, low of 16 on Saturday night, and then a high of 29 on Sunday. So Sunday's going to be your coldest day of the weekend, so be looking for that. But hey, thank you, Reddick Brown Ford, our weather sponsor. We're so appreciative of what you guys do for us here at Warren First and taking care of our community. And guys, have you seen those flatbed Fords? My nursery guys, and we're going to be talking about some land management stuff here in a little bit with our good friend Mr. Kris Gore, and I had to pick his brain about some of these vehicles. Man, those flatbed dualies look like they're made to work. And with what Ford's been doing here in this in the United States with making all their trucks here, that's been a blessing to our community. So thank you, Reddick Brown Ford, for being our weather sponsor. Hey, guys, we're going to go to a quick commercial break, but come back on the other side because we got more to talk about. Again, Mr. Kris Gore, and then we'll have Miss Vannessa Miller come in and tell us about all her travels and all the things that she's been doing. But hey, guys, you can be a blessing or a curse, but always remember, keep it first.
To our coffee drive-thru located at 601 Beersheba Highway, McMinnville, or give them a call at 474-1776. At our coffee, we pour love into every cup of coffee we serve. Welcome to our coffee drive-thru located at 601 Beersheba Highway, McMinnville.
Don't know what to eat? Have you tried Cumberland Biscuit Company or Tops Frozen Yogurt and Metro Deli? Down on Main, you can enjoy pizzas and sandwiches, weekly combo specials, soups, salads, and finish it up with Tops Frozen Treats. On the weekends, check out Cumberland Biscuit Company's unique dishes like the Twisted Goat Burger or the Bambushka Burger. For lunch or dinner, get the experience of going out of town right here in McMinnville, down on Main. Follow Tops and Cumberland Biscuit Company on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
When you need help with your medical needs, who are you going to call? At Stacy's Wellness Pharmacy, you're not just a number, you're a part of our community. When you call Stacy's Wellness Pharmacy, you'll get a live person to help answer your medical questions. In a hurry? Try our convenient drive-thru. Not able to get out? We offer free delivery within the city limits. Stacy specializes in Mr. Stewart's over-the-counter and prescription cough syrups. Need to transfer your prescriptions? It's no trouble to transfer to Stacy's, where people care and wellness matters. Stacy's Wellness Pharmacy is located at 485 North Chancery Street, or give them a call at 474-0600.
Some call it Pioneer Country.
Some call it Tree City.
Some call it the WC.
We call it home.
From the first showing to the final signature.
From downtown charm to wide open fields.
Warren County isn't just on the map, it's where dreams are made.
Because when you're buying or selling in the WC, you deserve someone who gets it.
Make my mom your winning choice for buying or selling real estate in the WC.
Let's make your next move your best move.
All right, guys, we're back here at Warren First 931. I'm Brian Carr, your neighbor down the road. Sitting next to me is Mr. Kris Gore, and he's got a new project because, listen, I saw Kris not too long ago, and he's got a distinguished military service career. So first off, thank you for your service, and thank you for everything that you've done in the past leading up to this. And guys, we're just very grateful to have him here today. Kris, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Brian. I greatly appreciate it. And I wouldn't say distinguished. I'd say probably mediocre at best, but neither here nor there. I greatly appreciate your support, Kelly's support for the military. You know, when we was getting ready to head overseas back September of 24, we had a going away party out at the National Guard Armory, and you guys was there to support us. The community lined up, you know. Very blessed to live in Warren County. Very blessed to have the support of a local community like this. And as you started the show with, you know, I want to say condolences to Miss Long's family and the Gardner family. I know how tough it is to lose someone very special, as we all do, and our prayers are with them. And hopefully, if they can get through it. By the community. It takes a community.
It does. And that's why she was such an important person, because she was always taking care of everybody else in the community.
Yeah. So, you know, our thoughts and prayers are with them for sure.
Well, so now, correct me if I'm wrong, you have retired from the military now.
I am, yes. Well, my official retirement date hasn't hit yet. I'm still in the process of my leave and everything like that. But I'm out the door. I don't wear the uniform anymore. And I wish I could kick the habit of shaving. I really want to.
No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't want a beard.
But you know, I try, and about a day and a half, 2 days is the most I can go. And I get, maybe that's just 20 years of shaving, but you know, I really want to grow a beard. I really do.
Buddy, this is a road not made for everyone. You don't know how bad I want to shave this off. It takes too long to grow. That's the problem. But no, man. So this is because when I see Kris. Okay, so our kids golf together. Yeah. And man, I just love your children. They're wonderful, wonderful.
I'm very blessed. As are you. You're very blessed. We've got great kids.
And they got a good friend group. They're around really good kids. And so in saying that, I get to see him. You know, when I see him, most of the time I recognize him in his fatigues. and so I'm not seeing you there. And so Kris is a farm boy at heart, and tell us about your farming experience.
So, grew up on a farm up in Overton County.
Okay.
And you know, if I wanted to go to the fair, it wasn't to ride rides. I had to work. And you know, and like a bunch of kids, you know, we had the youth fair board up there, and that was very, you know, very important. Like you've really got. Again, small community. And, you know, in the 90s, and I say 90s, and it seems so far long ago, doesn't it? And, you know, communities were a lot tighter knit. because we had to have face-to-face conversations with one another. And, there was a lot of times that I remember that they'd be people, my grandparents raised me, and they'd be the only time of the year that my grandparents would see somebody was, at the county fair, because somebody come from their farm and brought, their prize chicken or prize cow or, some pie that they made or something like that. And so agriculture has been something that has held these communities together for so long. And I don't want to get off on a tangent, but, you remember shirt factories.
Oh, yeah.
Farming and shirt factories is what drove this community.
Oh, yeah.
Warren County with nursery and shirt factories, Overton County with farming and shirt factories and stuff like that. And it's such a big part. And now we've got away from it. We really have. I couldn't tell you when I've seen a tobacco base around here. Mm-hmm. I mean, people just don't grow tobacco anymore, and I really want to, luckily my kids are in 4-H and they do a lot of things, and Ava's raised some cattle and stuff. But we've got to bring these kids back to get them outside and make them chase a cow through a field, or, throw some hay in the barn or something.
Well, that's what I love about them flipping the food pyramid, because now the food pyramid, you got beef at the top, you've got all the meats at the top, and you got vegetables, stuff that farmers produce. We don't need to buy it overseas. No. We need to grow it right here in the United States, right here in Warren County.
Grow it right here in Warren County. And so that's part of the business. Like, I'm not my company's, or our company name, I should say, it's not me, it's my fiance and I. We started this company together, and I'm going to say she is the owner, and I'm just working for her. But what we want to do is, it's called Gore Farms and Land Management. We want to be able to help develop farmland for people to be able to properly farm. A lot of times young farmers, and I don't want to discourage young farmers whatsoever, but they'll go out and buy a piece of land and they'll throw 30 head of cattle on 2 acres. Mm-hmm. Well, that just don't work. Yeah. And then they've got all this acreage behind them that has all this forestry land. Well, we want to come in and we want to help clear that land in a productive way that will be good for the land, because it's also about conservation, right?
Yes.
So, a lot of times you see, companies come in and they'll just clear cut and just destroy the land. Well, we want to be very mindful of how we develop land. So we'll come and we'll put together a plan with you and give you our advice on how to properly do that to get the most land for your buck, so to speak. So, we'll do tree and brush removal. We'll grind stumps. We'll clear right-of-ways, and we'll do forestry mulching as part of the land clearing. Lot clearing. And I think you got up here.
Yeah, I've pulled it up here, and this is from their Facebook page, and we'll make sure to share this in the comments to the side. But they're doing a giveaway, and this is good starting business technique of doing a giveaway. So guys, make sure to like and subscribe and follow the Facebook page, and share the Facebook page if you know somebody who might be interested.
Absolutely. And while we're on that, for the giveaway, I better read this because I don't want to get myself in trouble.
You're good, bud.
So we're going to give away a $50 Tractor Supply gift card. And once we hit 350 likes on Facebook, and how you qualify for that, I believe you have to like our Facebook page. You have to share our Facebook page. You have to share the post that the giveaway's on, and then you also have to comment on that post. And then once we hit 350, we'll go into a computer generated. We'll put all the names of the people who've done it, computer generated, and we'll draw a winner of that. And then we will either come back on the show with Brian and give the $50 gift card away, or we'll mail it to you if you're out of town.
Well, look, I tell you, Kelly makes a much prettier man of white than Brian does. But no, so doing this stuff, and this is so, because you go anywhere on the back roads here in Warren County, you're going to see a burn pile somewhere or something like that, and that somebody's had to go out and rent the equipment. They've had or had to pay somebody to go out there. You can be that guy for these folks that are doing this.
We can be that guy. And one of the questions, like anything, is the biggest question we get asked is, well, what's your rate? Well, we don't have a set rate. Let us come out, sit down, have a conversation with you. Let's look at the project that you have, and let us tailor something for your specific needs. Now, with that, being a veteran, being somebody that spent 20 years in the military, if you're a veteran or you still serve in the military, in the National Guard, the reserves, whatever it may be, I don't care if it's the Coast Guard. If we got some Coast Guard retirees around here, whatever branch it is, let us know. And this goes for law enforcement, EMT. We'll give you a discount. I'm not going to say it's 10%. I'm not going to say it's 5%. I'm not going to say it's 15%. We'll give you a discount. Also, I've always been taught to respect my elders. And if you're over the age of 65, your money is something that you probably have to watch because you may be on a fixed income or whatever the case may be. Call us. We'll come out. We'll help you. You'll also get a discount. And we'll make sure that you're taken care of.
Now, we've got a question here, Kris, from one of our good viewers, Mr. Dwayne Ramsey. He writes, what is the requirement of acre per head of cattle? Is it the same as if you own horses?
So this is a question as old as time, right? So I like to think that you're going to do around here, if we have a good rainy season, if you've sowed your field in wheat or whatever the case may be, you can generally get about 2 head of cattle per acre.
Okay.
Now you go out west, it's probably going to be 1 head per 15 acres, out in West Texas or whatever the case may be. But generally around here, I think that with the way the weather's been the last couple of years, without any kind of droughts or anything like that, you can generally get about 2 head per acre. Now that's going to be subjective to your land. And if that's something that you want us to talk about, we can help you develop your pasture land into something that can yield 2 head per acre.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Well, that's a big thing here, especially with cutting your own hay, if you need space to grow and sow hay, and that's hay. People have hey, pun intended. People have been having to buy hay and purchase hay. So if you want to be able to grow your own, you can make that happen.
Absolutely.
If they got the land space, if it's covered in woods or you got that stump or anything in the way,
we can come out, take care of that, and develop your forestry into some pasture land. We can do that, and we'd be more than happy to do that. We want to help the current generation and the next generation and the generation after that to have farmland.
Well, I think you're coming in at a good time. Again, like I said, the government is changing the food pyramid, and then we're doing a lot of things that we're trying to support more local business. And farming is a small business.
It is.
We're tired of all the corporate farms and all the GMOs and different things like that come along with that stuff. And so there's a big push at the federal level to get smaller farms backing up.
Boy, and that's a rabbit hole, right? We talk about. I think I read somewhere the other day, and correct me if you know about this, but I think that the federal government now is regulating Chinese-owned farms in the Midwest.
Wow.
And that's a big thing. That's a good. It's not a bad thing. And people on couple sides of each side of that coin says, well, you're hindering free enterprise. Well, no, we're taking care of our own.
Well, and again, that's what we got to do. We got to protect our country.
Yeah.
Look.
Every other country does. I just got to chime in on that. Other country.
I don't know if you guys.
Their people first.
If you're not catching it from the microphone, Miss Vannessa Miller is chiming in saying, "Look, guys, every other country does it too." And so that's the thing we got to remember. And look, we're here at Juicy's. Dude, they buy their products here locally. If we don't have products for them to be able to produce for the paying customers, then we put another set of folks out of business. We lose people in our community, lose jobs, and so that's how important it is to make sure that we keep things local. And that's one of the beautiful things about Warren First. We try to make everything local.
And I'm going to pull something up, and my soon-to-be brother-in-law, Luke Hillis at Hillis Processing up in Sparta, processes cattle and stuff like that for me.
Okay.
And he shared something yesterday out in, I believe this was a cattle barn in Missouri. Average weight on these cattle were 493 pounds. They sold for $6.05 per pound. Okay, there was 235 head of that. The total weight come out to 115,875. I did the math on that. For those cattle, those 235 cattle, it was $700,000.
Wow.
Right at $701,000. Ladies and gentlemen, the price of beef is going to go through the roof at those prices.
Yeah.
Like it already is.
Oh.
So if we can raise cattle locally, use processing companies like Luke,
Where you're not having to ship them off and everything.
like Luke up at Hillis Processing, then we can use that. And I've got a good friend, Michael Nolan, over in Trousdale County. He sells homegrown beef, and there's people around here, Woodbury, and there's people here in Warren County that do it. It's better for you because we know what we put in it.
We know it's not full of hormones, and,
Right, yeah.
any additives. Well, that's another thing. Because of, and we got the Simpson family here, the
absolutely.
sale barn here. There are so many families that we're all connected to that
Yeah.
work, and this is one of the things. It's gotten. We've had too much federal regulation that's been pushing in and saying, "Hey, kicking the little farmers out from hog regulation."
Yeah.
I mean, it used to be everybody. This was an agrarian society, so most people lived on farms,
Yeah.
but most people raised their own beef. They raised their own pork. They had their own chickens, and everybody had a smokehouse
Yeah.
and a salting house where they'd hang their meat and let it cure. And so long are those days gone, but we need to start bringing that stuff back.
We do, and we're going to get ourselves into a situation when we don't. Verizon went out yesterday. What if that was the cash register at the grocery store?
Yeah. I mean, just think it, and it could get worse.
It could, yeah.
always get worse. So being self-sufficient and community efficient is always the best thing to do. And guys, hey, comment below if your phone went out yesterday.
Yeah.
I know my mother's did. I'm on AT&T, but she's on Verizon, and just trying to check in on her and see how she was doing. That was a pain in the
Technology is great until you don't have it. And then we don't know what to do.
Oh man. Well, you get so used to these things. I mean, and they're amazing for what they do. But again, we've got to teach our children healthy choices, especially when it comes to the stuff, because we've been indoctrinated, especially if we're kids of the 90s, all the stuff we woke up in the morning in the 70s and 80s, and it was Fruit Loops and McDonald's. I mean, they dominated the commercial field. And so we fell in love with a clown and a purple taste bud. Rubble. But no, we got to get back to eating the way our grandparents ate, because they've been able to live so much longer. All the studies show it. Our mortality rate's going the wrong way. It's because of our nasty diets.
And I spent, in going back to my military career, I spent a year in the Middle. I just spent a year in the Middle East, but I spent a year in Europe, in Poland, and their obesity rate versus our obesity rate was night and day different. And it's because they don't put all the chemicals and the GMOs and stuff like that in their food. Like, they take it from the farm to table, and it's fresh. And then when it's bad, it don't sit around for 3 or 4 days and still look as green as it did when you bought it out of the store. They pitch it out in the garbage or make compost out of it. And their obesity rate's just not.
And that goes to show that the great Upton Sinclair book, The Jungle, that's how a lot of the food processing industry got regulated. But what we've done is we've gotten overly regulated. We've gotten too many regulations, and now it's caused farmers to have to go out of business to get everything FDA certified and be able to get from the farmer to the consumer, there's too many hoops to jump through, and then that's one of the things that causes it to cost so much.
Well, and the government wants to come into these farms and they want to say, we're from the government and we're here to help. Well, when you hear that, you got to run.
Yeah, anytime the government, the great Milton Friedman, he was the economist. He said, if you want to pay 3 times for the product, let the government get involved.
Yeah.
And that's the truth. Well, Kris, is there anything else about the land management company? Because this sounds like a great venture, and it sounds like this God made you specifically for this kind of work.
Well, we like I said, we want to help the community. We want to help the farmers. We're not just based in Warren County. And I'm gonna say a few things, and then I'm gonna get on my way. But we'll go from Southern Kentucky, all of Middle Tennessee, to Northern Georgia, Northern Alabama. And if you call me, I'll come to East Tennessee. I'll go to West Tennessee, whatever the case may be. You know, we're if we have an opportunity, we won't turn down a job. Now, hopefully, we're going to be so busy that I have to call some other people to come help, and call some other local companies that do the same thing, and say, hey, I've got these people right here and I can't get to it. But you know, we're here to help. If you want to call, have a conversation, I'm free to do that. My phone number's on the Facebook page. But also with that land clearing, we also do excavation work, site excavation and grading, foundations and footers, basement excavation. We'll do trenching. We'll run your water lines, your utilities, whatever it is. We'll work on drainage and ditching, and overall site prep. We do have state-of-the-art leveling equipment, systems on our equipment. So everything will be done properly. You know, I want to make sure that when I leave the job site, you're proud to say, hey, Gore Farms and Land Management did that job for me. And again, I want to say thank you. Thank you to Juicy's for having us having us here today. This is, I believe, Orange. You glad you seen me?
Orange, you glad you seen me?
Very good. Very good. But also, it's been an awesome experience to be here with y'all today. Again, please go to Gore Farms and Land Management on Facebook. Look at the giveaway. And like I said, we'll come back with Brian or Kelly and present the $50 gift card to the winner, or we'll mail it to you if you're out of town. But again, Brian, thank you so much.
Hey, thanks so much. And for guys that are listening on Spotify or Apple Music, the number to get in touch with Kris and them is 931-319-9356. That's 931-319-9356. Thank you, Kris Gore, for being with us today. Guys, join us after the break. We got the lovely and so smart Miss Vannessa Miller. And one of the things that she was chiming in when you talked about being in Poland, she's been to Poland. She can tell you all about it. She loves Poland.
Poland was great. That they are, and they don't live on the euro. They're on the zloty, and I'm telling you, I may get in trouble for saying this, but I can go to a steak restaurant in Poland, have a couple adult beverages, a 20-ounce steak, a side of fries, and a side of coleslaw for $16 American.
We're going to Poland, folks.
Yeah.
Well, make sure to join us after the break. But to be back with a lovely Miss Vannessa. But hey, Kris, thank you so much. Guys, we're going to go to a break here. But remember, guys, keep it first.
If you're dining in or taking out, we've got something for everyone.
From our mouth-watering brisket, baby back ribs, juicy ribeye steaks, specialty sandwiches, and fried chicken tenders, your taste buds are in for a treat.
Don't forget our weekly specials. Monday, spaghetti or hamburger steak. Tuesday, meatloaf or barbecue chicken pork. Wednesday, pork loin or Salisbury steak. Thursday, smoked chicken halves or country fried steak. Friday, fried catfish or Cajun catfish on rice.
Whether you're feeding hundreds at a company picnic or meeting a friend for lunch, you can count on Praters to satisfy your taste buds.
Call us at 635-2259 and taste the tradition at Praters Barbecue. 30 years of excellence.
Ready for the fall at Randall Walker Farms? We have pumpkins and delicious apples, corn stalks and straw, perfect for the seasonal celebrations.
And now it's the perfect time for planting. Come explore our selection and get your home ready.
Visit us today on Manchester Highway or call us 635-9535.
Randall Walker Farms, your destination for plants, pumpkins, apples, and more. That's Randall Walker Farms, 635-9535.
And we're back. Welcome back to Warren First, guys. Hey, I'm your neighbor, Brian Carver with the Road, but I am here with the lovely Miss Vannessa Miller. How are you, Vannessa?
Thank you. Better than I deserve, Brian.
I love it. Dave
How
Ramsey. Wonderful. Look, we get to see Kris Gore. We get to be here at Juicy's first.
Absolutely.
And guys, it is a really cold day. I'll tell you guys what we're dealing with right now. We're going to share this tab because currently in the Tree City, if I can get back this, I see why Kelly has a mouse all the time. It's 25 degrees here in Warren County right now. And look, our high is supposed to get up to 31 today. So we only got a few more degrees to go. And if you can't, I don't know if you can really see, but Vannessa and I can see, it's these big, it looks like feathers falling out of the sky. But we've got these big snowflakes coming through. And if you haven't noticed, we are here at Juicy's. And hey, India, come here, please, if you don't mind. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry to pull India away from what she's doing because she's so busy. But she is like the most lovely lady here with all the other lovely ladies. Come on over. Hey, I saw you racing board. What are the specials here at Juicy's today?
You want me to sit in your seat?
Yeah, oh my goodness.
Specials. Today we're having the sauteed kale mushroom couscous wrap.
Ooh.
So it's really tasty. It's a warm wrap, super good, fresh. And then we're having the lemony kale and mushroom soup.
Ooh, that sounds so good, especially on a day like today. Clear your sinuses up.
Yeah, and they're really good paired together. So you could do like a lunch combo, get half of the kale wrap and then the bowl of soup, which is a good choice.
Well, thank you so much. Anytime you get over here and see Mary and the gang, it's wonderful. But I know her from way back. We were talking.
It's been a long time.
Well, I heard you talking about your dad, and I love your dad. He would come over. We had a band that played in this little bit, and he would show up and he'd come jam out with us.
Yeah.
And always love seeing him. But you are a chip off the old block. Always excited to see you. And hey, thank you so much for what you do here. And we were talking about the food pyramid. If it weren't for people like Robert Kennedy Jr. Robert Kennedy Jr. and getting things, trying to get America healthy, make America healthy again, the Maha movement.
Absolutely.
You can get started here at Juicy's to do that. And you get to see this lovely lady, and she can school you about all the different types of juices and everything. And hey, Kris was bragging on you guys about his drink that you guys made.
I'm glad he liked it.
What was that
He
called?
got the Orangey Glad, which is what Vannessa got today too.
So what's in the Orangey Glad?
It has carrots, pineapple, ginger, oranges, strawberry. Yeah, I think that's everything.
Ooh, that
it's a
sounds
really good juice to start your day with. A really good breakfast juice, and it tastes. It tastes super yummy.
Well, get your Orangey Glad here at Juicy's. Come on down and see us. Thank you, India, so much for being with us today. Now, Vannessa, oh my goodness. I know it feels like a month of Sunday since I've seen you.
Yeah.
What have you been doing lately?
Well, it's been the holidays, so like everybody, it's been crazy. And fortunately, we got to spend the Christmas season in a warmer climate. So
nice.
I was blessed about that.
That's sweet.
And really busy at church. World Outreach is so busy during Christmas.
Oh, yes.
We actually still have our ice rink up. So if anybody hasn't had an opportunity and you're in the Murfreesboro area, that will be up till the end of the week. So that's a lot of fun. And I've been working on some human trafficking stuff.
Human trafficking, guys, if it's not Isha, it's something else that really, are you trying to tell me that we have human trafficking here in Warren County, this kind of stuff?
Unfortunately, Brian, every community in the state is affected by human trafficking. And I hate to come in here with such a heavy subject because you all know I like the good
Well,
stuff.
yeah, but we got to take care of got to take care of the least of these things.
We do, and education is power. And so one thing as a community that we can do is understand what human trafficking is, how we can look for it, and what to do if we need to help someone. So I've been working with the TBI, and I just got to say, our TBI is fantastic. Our law enforcement's fantastic. Most of those people really want to serve and make a difference. And so the TBI has graciously agreed to come to Warren County and educate us about what to do to keep it out of our community.
Oh, no. So what are you having a special event?
Yes, we are. Warren First and myself are hosting the TBI on September 22nd at 5:30. We will be over at the Warren County Administration Building on Locust Street. It's just a little presentation. Senior Special Agent Tom Washington will be here. He is out of the Chattanooga office. Special Agent Jacob Boswell out of the Cookville Human Trafficking Unit will also make an appearance. And they're just going to come out and talk to us about human trafficking, sex. There's sex trafficking and labor trafficking, Brian, which I didn't realize.
Okay.
So I think often when we think about sex trafficking, we think about somebody being maybe chained to a bed during the day and then they have to work as a prostitute at night. Well, often it's a lot more complicated than that. It can be someone that is being forced to work at a restaurant, or it can be someone that's being forced to work at a different kind of business. And you wonder, well, why would you go to work and leave the person who's imprisoned in you and then go back? Well, oftentimes they have their children. Yeah. Or they have other family members. So it's kind of complex. And if we understand it as a community member, then we know what to look for and just how to help people if we do come across it.
Now we're showing this on the, and this is the video. I can tell Kelly's on right now because I'm not doing anything. But yes, hey Kelly, we love you. And but in saying this, they've got an event coming on. But if you go to the Warren First, any of our media, our socials that we put it up, but in particular this one right here, you can see on our Facebook site. And guys, I apologize. My family's texting in a text circle that I'm in. But this is Joan Warren First and learn about how to keep our community safe. This is going to be September 22nd at 5:30 in the early voting room at the Warren County Administrative Building. That's at 201 Locust Street. And they're going to have Special Agent Washington sharing and empowering us with the knowledge about human trafficking. Now, do you think these traffickers, if we have them here in Warren County, do you think they know what's about to happen here in Warren County?
Well, if they don't, I hope they do.
Well, I want to encourage the public to take mental note while you're out. If you see people and then all of a sudden you don't start seeing them anymore, that might be an issue. Now, and I hate to even bring this up, but one of my good Hispanic friends who's bilingual, she often serves as a translator at one of our establishments here that everybody uses. Don't want to say what it is, but in her translating, she was told by a young lady that she was being held captive. And when you hear these things and then you hear about mysterious deaths that never really, especially in our Hispanic community, that never get solved, these are things to think about. And I don't want to say it's all in Hispanic because there's a lot of people that are working in these trafficking rings. There were some folks in Tennessee who just got busted here in the last few weeks, but that was one of Dan Bongino's stances that he wanted to platforms he wanted to stand on and take care of illegal sex trade and this trafficking and going after these pedophiles that are involved in this kind of work.
Absolutely. And children are often affected. DeKalb County just recently had some people that have been charged, and children were involved, and Smithville's right down the road.
Oh yeah.
And Brian, what I would say is, to fix a problem, we have to know what we're up against.
Yes.
And so that's one reason that I asked the TBI to come here and do this, because I think a lot of people in the community, we hear about it on the news, or we think it's a national problem, or that it's happening in Texas at the border, or it's happening in California. Well, it's happening in all 95 counties of Tennessee. And so, in Warren County, we always talk about what a wonderful community we have, how we come together, how we stick up for one another. So if we have information, then we can help prevent this from happening here.
Now, guys, I apologize. I'm actually putting on the number so I can share it with you who can see this. That number for the human trafficking hotline is 855-55-TNHTH. And I'll put it here in the comments so you can see it. And if I can spell right, that's 855-55-TNHTN. All right.
Tennessee Human Trafficking Hotline.
Tennessee Human Trafficking Hotline. And we're going to share this on the screen for everybody to see.
And I do want to let the community know we will have some snacks available. Barren Fort River,
Fort Brews.
Barren Fort Brews, I apologize. And Prater's Barbecue has agreed to sponsor some light refreshments for the event. So come out, have a snack. If this is something that interests you, please come. I would really encourage educators, anybody in any business where you work with lots of individuals, just anybody. This information is good.
Yes. And we've got some comments here. And we've got Miss Tina at Our Coffee. And hey, guys, on a cold day today, go see our good friend Miss Tina. And don't just get the coffee. If you get some time, stay there and talk with her. She's wonderful. Thank you, Miss Tina. She said, yes, I love this. So many people suffer in silence. Thank you. And this is something that it goes under the cracks so many times. And Kelly is sharing some of these statistical stuff. I'll pull these up. Recent reported statistics from 2023 to 2025. Total tips and cases. There were 1,375 statewide referrals through the TBI hotline in 2023. Minor sex trafficking reports involved minors having risen drastically from 66 in 2016 to over 600 by 2021. As of late 2023, minor sex trafficking reports 518 surpassed all forms of reported trafficking. Regional concentration in 2023, Middle Tennessee generated the most calls and tips, 361, and this is followed by the Upper East Tennessee with 307, and it goes on to talk about West Tennessee. But even here in Tennessee, this is happening, and does a lot of this have to do with border control? Because I don't know. When I think of this, I think of Hispanics or people coming up, and it doesn't have to be Hispanics. There are people from all over the world coming in from our southern border. So people being indentured or put in some type of slavery through that.
Brian, a lot of it is exactly what you just said. It's indentured servitude. These people in the Indian community, people in some of the third world countries, even that are coming like from the Dominican, they've made a deal to get here. And, we can't relate to that because I'm not trying to escape the United States, but some of these people are trying to get here for a better life. They make an agreement with someone to get them here, and then that person keeps them in slavery. They make it so that they can't get out from underneath them. They can never pay that fee that was for their transit. And then you also have children. Unfortunately, there are sick people out there who want to buy people. And so, they might order a blonde-headed, blue-eyed 16-year-old, and a gang will kidnap that person and put them in a cargo container and ship them across seas, and you never see them again.
Well, the story that reminds me of that is that just about 2 or 3 years ago, down in Dallas, Texas, at the United Airlines Center, where the Dallas Mavericks play, there was a father and daughter. She was 15 years old. She went with her dad to the basketball game, went to the bathroom, and she never came back. And they wound up finding her 2 weeks later in Oklahoma, and they found her on the internet. They were able to sleuth and find where these sex traffickers were trying to sell this young lady or sell her services. And as a father of daughters, twin daughters at that, I couldn't imagine one without the other. Or both being. So, guys, I don't let my kids play in the yard. I thought unless I'm with them, and I hate to be a helicopter parent, but in this day and age, with people coming and going, and you don't know who's in these vehicles, who's coming down, especially out in the country where there might not be anybody who sees you for a while. And so I don't even let them. My kids run cross country. We live on a beautiful farm. I don't even let them ride on the farm because, if I can't be with them, that's it.
Well, that's another good thing that this seminar is going to do. It's going to explain to us, like, what to look for, who's vulnerable, and where do these things take place, and that kind of thing. So this is also great for any parents who have concerns about maybe their child getting taken. You can get the facts from the professionals and learn what makes your child vulnerable or not vulnerable.
I'll share a tip that I used because I started studying this up. 2 years ago, we got to go to the Young Women's Leadership Conference by Turning Point USA, and my girls got to see Charlie Kirk. They got to see Candace Owen. They got to see a lot of incredible speakers. But we flew into Austin, Texas, and then we rented a car to go to San Antonio. Now, San Antonio is not on the border, but it's close enough to make me a little leery. Right. And this is the first time I ever traveled with a gun on the airline. So, and it's not as hard as, especially with Texas having the laws that they had. But because their mom couldn't go with them, I made sure that I had air tags on my kids just in case. And I told them, I said, look, you keep this in your pocket. You keep this hidden where no one can get it, because if for some reason we get separated, and this is where we introduced them to cell phones. I didn't want to. But again, guys, with these Life 360 things, we had these on there so I could keep up with them, because they're my, they're my most valuable possession that I have, and I only have them for so long. God gives you the brains that have to stay on and keep them to do the right thing. But for any parent, if this is a concern, and what I would recommend, not just if it's a concern for your kids, but we need to know if your kids are in contact with children that are in these circles that have. So if you have a friend or your child has a friend, they need to be able to recognize these signs, because from the internet luring kids into places and stuff like that, and that's what I hear some of these traffickers are doing now. And with AI, oh my gosh, you can be anybody you want to with AI.
Often they think they're talking to another child, and they're really talking to a 40-year-old gang member, and it's just, you don't know what you don't know. And so this is just an opportunity to get information and have it in the event that you need it. I'll tell you what I think about, Brian. I would hate to be eating at a local establishment and find out that my favorite waitress had actually been labor trafficked and was being forced to wait on me. I want to have the information to know that I can help her, or that I can recognize it if I do see it.
And guys, don't get it twisted. We love our ethnic, especially our Hispanic community. Look, the nursery business has been built on their backs.
Absolutely.
And we want to respect them. We want to take care of them, but we want to protect them.
Absolutely.
And we don't care about legal or illegal, who's in the country. If you're being trafficked against your will, or if somebody's got your children back in Honduras somewhere saying you work until we say you can leave, that's evil, and we want to protect our community from that kind of evil.
Absolutely. And it's not just the ethnic groups, it's all of us that are being affected. And And it's not about race at all. One of my dearest friends is Hispanic. We have good Indian friends. I have Polish friends now. And this is about human beings and doing what we can to protect each other.
So we have this up: reporting and assistance. If you suspect human trafficking, contact the resources Tennessee Human Trafficking Hotline at 1-855-558-6484, or you can text Be Free. That's BEFREE, all one word, to 233-733 online. And you can go ahead and go to visit It Has to Stop, and just type that in your Google browser and you'll find it. And Miss Tina's right. It's not just in a Hispanic community. It's all over. And so when you see these people, like the people who got busted in Overton County or one of the places like that, we had somebody who was African American, somebody who was Caucasian. We had all these different things. So you just have to be a person, and that's the thing. We want to take care of people, doesn't matter what color it is. It can be in all of our communities. Well, now I haven't seen Vannessa in forever. What else have you been doing here of late?
Well, I don't know what makes you think I've been up to something.
Vannessa is always up to something.
Oh, well, not really. Just, I have continued to stay on our state and federal legislations about 501c3s.
Okay.
Of course, the biggest bee in my bonnet about that in Warren County is, of course, ISHA. But Senator Blackburn actually introduced some legislation yesterday that is, I think, really going to be beneficial to helping get rid of the dishonesty that has been allowed to take place in our 501c3 nonprofits. And they have recognized that that's a problem nationwide. And so I've just been kind of trying to work with the state and federal authorities on that and get something done about that. And
we'll definitely have more to report about that in the future because I'm excited about this. And hey, after the break, we're going to talk about a few things that are coming up, especially here in the community, because we've got things going on tonight. We've got the Republican Party. They're hosting a meeting tonight, which is a very important meeting for people who are going to run in these upcoming elections. And if you're going to run as a Republican, you're going to learn about primaries. In a few weeks, on the 27th, we're going to have Miss Susie Davenport come in, and she's going to talk about the voter registration and all the things. So be saving up your comments and all your questions for Miss Susie. But we've got so much to talk about, and I love picking Vannessa's brain because she's smart. She stays on top of things, especially with this, because we're going to talk about AI in a moment. But hey, guys, you stay with us and stay with us after the break. But remember, Warren County, you believe blessing or curse, but always keep it first.
Dad had a vision in 1964 to start Ganton Bolden. Now it's Gateway Tire and Service Center. He wanted our customers to have the best products and service at a fair price. That was his motto then, and that still stands today. We promise to be upfront and honest with each and every customer. We'll never try to sell something that our customers doesn't need just to make a buck. If that's what makes us different from our competitors, well, we're just fine with that. Come see us today or give us a call at 931-815-9000.
Come join us at 110 East Main Street for a farm-to-table experience all year long. We offer gluten-free, dairy-free, guilt-free goodness that will leave you feeling energized and satisfied with every bite. Our small batch from-scratch menu bursts with juice, shots, smoothies, soups, wraps, and sandwiches, and more prepared daily to give you all the nutrients your body craves. We never add powder, sugars, or anything you can't pronounce, so don't miss out on this delicious, healthy opportunity. Swing by and indulge in some wholesome goodness today at 110 East Main Street, McMinnville, Tennessee.
Community Network Productions takes you inside each community with local interest stories, local music artists, and information.
With each show, the focus is the people and our beautiful community. With our creative team, we customize unique show ideas with our friends in the community. Our focus is you.
See each of our shows on all social media, including Facebook, Instagram, and at our website at www.communitytvtn.com.
Some call it Pioneer Country.
Some call it Tree City.
Some call it the WC.
We call it home.
From the first showing to the final signature.
From downtown charm to wide open fields.
Warren County isn't just on the map, it's where dreams are made.
Because when you're buying or selling in the WC, you deserve someone who gets it.
Make my mom your winning choice for buying or selling real estate in the WC.
Let's make your next move your best move.
Minville Lawn and Garden at 129 Keel Drive, where we've been serving our community since 1995. With a rock-solid reputation for excellent service, our dedicated team is here to help you find the best lawnmowers, leaf blowers, chainsaws, weed eaters, and more. We proudly carry top brands like Echo, Stihl, Shindala, Gravely, Cub Cadet, and Skag. Take advantage of our early spring service, free pickup, and a discount on service. Plus, from chainsaws to gardening tools, we've got you covered for storm season. Trust the experts at McMinnville Lawn and Garden, where quality and customer satisfaction come first. Call us today at 815-5296.
Fall is here, and it's the perfect time for planting. Visit Randall Walker Farms at 8240 Manchester Highway in Morrison, Tennessee. From fresh plants to seasonal favorites, we have everything you need to beautify your home or project this fall. Available for both retail and wholesale. Looking for something sweet? Don't miss out on our delicious frozen blueberries. Stop by and see us 6 days a week, Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Saturday from 7 a.m. to 12 p.m. For more information, call 931-635-9535 or email rwalkerfarms@benlomond.net. Get ready for fall with Randall Walker Farms, where fall planning begins.
Tired of riding around in a dirty car? Let us, CNC Auto Detail, give your vehicle the deep clean it deserves inside and out. We're not just another auto detailing service. We're a team of young entrepreneurs bringing convenience right into your job. We come to you offering a fast, affordable, and reliable clean that treats every car like it's our own. Call us today at 931-356-2096, or you can text 931-356-5052. CNC Auto.
Some call it Pioneer Country.
Some call it Tree City.
Some call it the WC.
We call it home.
From the first showing to the final signature.
From downtown charm to wide open fields.
Warren County isn't just on the map, it's where dreams are made.
Because when you're buying or selling in the WC, you deserve someone who gets it.
Make my mom your winning choice for buying or selling real estate in the WC.
Let's make your next move your best move.
All right, guys, we're back here with Warren First, and hey, I'm Brian Carr. I'm subbing in for Kelly today, and we got the lovely Miss Vannessa Miller here with us, and I wanted to throw this in because this is our good friend Miss Tina at Our Coffee. She says, thank you all for what you're doing. And again, thank you and thank Kelly. Well, Kelly, we know you're listening, so thank you.
We see you, Kelly.
We see you getting your hair did. I mean, whatever you're doing. She's waving at us. Guys, I'm not going to put her on the screen. We could share the screen, but I'm not going to do that to Kelly. I love Kelly too much, and she'll have my hide. Oh, she did it. I didn't do it, guys.
Morning. Morning, you guys.
There you are. This is where I put in, make sure to like, subscribe, and share.
Hey, it takes a lot to get the finished look, doesn't it, Kelly?
No, I'll tell you what, it is so. I am so privileged to get to be around you wonderful women and what you guys do and how much fun we have and how we love our community so much. And Miss Tina's just LOL. Yeah, I'd be laughing my butt off too.
Brian, thank you, because, you know, the whole time I was traveling in December, I would check things out going on at home, and I seen you everywhere spreading love and joy to children and the elderly and even people our own age. And so, you know, when you see one of your fellow community members out doing stuff like that, not only does it make you feel warm and fuzzy, it makes you think, well, maybe I could do a little something too and make a difference. And
well, everybody can, and that's the thing. We've just been blessed. I mean, I've been blessed to be built like Santa. And I'll tell you one of the funny things. One of the ladies that works the bookstore, World Outreach, one of the presents that we got for our family days, everybody got a new Bible. And we got it from World Outreach, and I wanted my children to get into the Word. And we use these apps, but you can always have a Bible, and we want to get our family focused on reading the Scripture. And one of the things that we're doing right now is we're reading Proverbs. January's got 31 days. Proverbs got 31 chapters, and so we got to start Proverbs 15 today. But we've been doing that, and one of the ladies back behind the counter, she said, you really look like Santa. And this is the night that they had Charlie Brown going on and the ice rink and everything. It was wonderful. And so we were so blessed to be there. And the lady said, you must play Santa. I said, oh, yes, ma'am. And there was a kid behind me, and I started talking with the child, and she said, hey, my name is Cherie Brown. I work with TBN, and I do a lot of stuff here. She said, can I do a quick video with you? I was like, sure. And so we went to where they had, and this is one of the things about mega churches that you just can't duplicate, and especially one like World Outreach. Man, they are so focused on Jesus. And when you look at how they set up these things for families, they had like Joy to the World or Silent Night, the words behind on a backdrop, and a very nice picture. And we did a quick video, but looking around, you saw all the different from these the wise men, the little what do you call those things that they have Jesus and nativity scenes. That's what I'm trying to say. They have all these wonderful nativity scenes and everything, and to get to be Santa that tells kids about Jesus, that is wonderful. And to know that we have it, because I didn't know Cherie Brown from anybody, but she sent that video out, and people got to see Santa talking about Jesus. And then from the picture that was taken with my friend Mr. James, who's homeless, it's been a wonderful Christmas season. But there is a need, and look, you just got to go out and do it. Once you start speaking Jesus into people's life, it changes not just you. Or not just them, it changes you. And the more you do it, the more you realize that we're all God's children, and we're just in different places at different times. But He loves us all. So we're very blessed to live in a community like this. We started off the show praying for Miss Kathy Gardner's family, Kathy Gardner Long's family, and she was one of my Facebook friends, but she was one of the people that raised babies. So in a lot of times you can't take your baby to the daycare. They have to be a certain age before they can make it to daycare. And she would raise these little babies, and so loving and so tender. And she's got a child that's in high school now, and we're thinking about him, but and her other children, and all the families. But that's the kind of community we live in, and that's just such a blessing. Thank you, Jessica, and yeah, thank you, Miss Tina. It's
you brought up something, Brian, there that's very important to me these days. You said that as Santa, you got to talk about Jesus, and what I've noticed is also I see so much of the Lord at work in the people around me. Your kindness, and the ladies here at GC's, it's every day that we have the opportunity to speak Jesus through our actions, whether it's not cutting off the jerk at the red light, whether it's putting your buggy back at Walmart. There are so many little ways that we can be a reflection of Him, speaking to a homeless man, or, buying somebody a coffee, or just listening, Brian. We are all so busy now that we fail to, how are you? Oh, good, gotta go. But to just listen to one another, to me, that's a reflection of the Lord by being present in the moment and just being kind to one another.
And I've seen the different studies on this, but just giving a hug, human connection, Did you know that there's so many people out in this world that don't hug on a regular basis, that don't have anybody to hug? And I think about if I had an itch on my back that I needed to scratch and couldn't get my fat arms around to get it, who would be there to scratch my back? And that is one of the saddest thoughts that I can think of is people just aren't connected. And I know Kris Gore was here earlier, and he was talking about the way things used to be with farming. You used to have big families that ran farms. Everybody worked together for the benefit of the family. Now families don't even take the time to sit and watch TV together. They're on their devices, they're streaming, they're doing stuff. And I don't want it just to sound like back in my day. But the thing is Vannessa's right. All it takes is a little bit of your time, just a little bit of your time to see how things are going. People stop and say, instead of going through the motions of, hey, how you doing, going on, hey, give me a hug.
Yeah.
How you doing?
Think about that widow at church. Not to cut you off.
No,
but,
that's
when's the last time she had a hug? Maybe her children all live out of town, and now she's found herself alone. Or that widower. I just think about those small actions, and I think that often we think it has to be some big grand gesture. But a lot of the things Jesus did weren't big grand gestures. It was just small conversations or small actions.
And those things, I talking to Lisa Zagianis the other day. She came on and she was telling us, she was telling me about this, for instance, where she would go to the middle school and do these classes about, and they were kind of like teaching kids about the law and empowering them with things that they could get out of the school. And one of the girls that she did, she was like 7th grade, and she said, I really would like for you to come to my graduation. And she said, sweetie, you send me an invitation and I will. And then 6 years later when she graduated, guess who was there at the graduation? Lisa Z was there watching this girl and another girl graduate. And whatever she spoke, how brief it was and how just day to day it seemed, it made an impact on that child's life. And we can do that. We all can't be Barry Dishman or Miss Lisa Harvey or anything doing these wonderful projects, but we can stop and go into these folks and just give a little bit of ourselves. But our work is our worship. And that's what if we keep that in mind, it makes the day go a lot smoother.
It does.
Yes, again, Vannessa Miller will be speaking about the human trafficking event on September 2nd at 201 Locust Street in the early voting room. That's in the back. And so we're excited to have that. And you say Officer Washington is going to be there.
Yes.
And that's from the department or the TBI?
Yes, he is over the Human Trafficking Division over in Chattanooga. And then Special Agent Boswell runs I've lost my words. He runs the Human Trafficking Unit in Cookeville. And so, Brian, until I started working on one of my other projects, I didn't even realize that we had a Human Trafficking Unit in Cookeville. Think about that.
Yeah.
Tennessee Tech, many of us have children at TTU or UTC, and the fact that we even have to have these units in those areas concerns me. But I do want to throw this out there. I did recently read that Tennessee is one of the best states at controlling the human trafficking. And so that's wonderful.
Well, praise God. And,
yes.
I think it's because we're in the Bible Belt and we might be a little nosy. We might be checking up on our neighbors, but that's what good neighbors do. We check up on our neighbors. Hey, that's why we have Warren First 931 to talk about that. And Kelly chimed in. That is amazing. That's amazing. And guys, we're going to take one more break, but on the other end of the break, actually, before we go on that break, we were talking about this legislation that Marshall Blackburn is proposing, and did it go through? Do we know that it's gone through yet?
You know what? I don't want to speak to that, Brian.
Oh, okay.
I think she just introduced it yesterday. I don't think that it has went through yet.
But one of the things, and I'll give Marcia Blackburn credit, the things that she's done to protect our children online. She has been a very big advocate of child internet laws and protecting our children, and that's something that we need. We got to have. But there's so many things with this AI stuff And that's been a big theme here on Warren First here of late. If you've seen Kelly's video, and it's great, where Kelly, guys, it's just a picture of Kelly, but the AI has turned it into something different. Well, not different. I mean, it's still Kelly, but it's Kelly doing things that Kelly doesn't do. And you're starting to see more and more of this. Look, there's Kelly right there. Now, Kelly, we're not going to take this picture and AI this. But no, seriously, you can do these things with AI. And, somebody can take a picture of you and get a copy of your voice and then make a video and send it to all your friends and family of you are riding an ostrich or, or doing something crazy like that. And even worse. And that's the thing that we have to keep this in mind. And not just from that, from transparency through tax numbers and stuff like that. But we got to remember who's controlling the AI. If we don't know who exactly is controlling the AI, then we can. Miss Tina chimes in, and thank you, Miss Tina, for the comment. I'm so addicted to that video, and I've watched it probably 100 times already too. I just keep seeing Kelly's face making all these crazy.
I really can almost make those faces. I want people to understand that. But if you look at the video, my hands are not the same. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Well, see, I didn't see your fingernails, and that's how I knew that it was. Yeah. Oh, did you get some new ones, Kelly?
I did. Thank you.
Well, I got to find your nail girl before Valentine's Day. Now listen. Speaking of Valentine's Day, we went to Barron Fort Brews yesterday, and they're going to have a special for the special menu for what they're doing for Valentine's Day. But they would like for you to get reservations in. So if you don't want to leave McMinnville, that is a great place. And I believe, Valentine's Day this year is on a Saturday, guys. When it's on a Saturday, it's generally chaos everywhere. And I'll give you a quick story. I was giving you ever read the General Jackson?
Yes.
Okay, so my brother gave me and my wife tickets to ride the General Jackson for a dinner on Valentine's Day. Guys, the National Wild Turkey Federation was there at the Opryland Hotel, and because Valentine's Day was on a Saturday, the mall was packed out. You couldn't even get into the parking lot, and we had to call the folks and say, "Hey, look, we're not going to be able to make the boat." So they allowed us to do it at a later date. But guys, don't drive all the way to Nashville. Call our good friends at Barron Fort Brews or any of our local restaurants and find out what's going on and get your reservation made today. Gentlemen, I'm telling you, you better do this. Yes. And over at the Barron Fort Brews, it is a great place for a female book club if anybody wants to do that. But we were so taken back by their food. Have you eaten there yet?
I have not. I'm excited to go.
Oh, and you're in for a treat.
Well, their little bartender keeps posting some wonderful things.
Well, they got an espresso machine there, and they can make those espresso martinis there if that's your bag. But we're very blessed to be there yesterday with them.
And how exciting, Brian, that you guys do have so many choices right here in Warren County now to take your Valentine's to, or whomever, but it's just wonderful that we can stay in town now and still have a nice meal and a cocktail or a nice coffee.
Oh, yeah.
So, and there's choices.
I love that. And so McMinnville keeps growing, guys. Our population keeps growing. There are growing things that come along with that. But this is one of the perks. This is one of the treats to have some of the fusion foods that they're having, because it's also, I call it Southern fusion. Yes. Taking a pimento cheese and adding slapping that on a burger with they get this bacon jam that's out of this world. Unfortunately, I will be out of town the weekend of Valentine's Day because I'll be going up to the Winterfest in Gatlinburg and doing a praise and worship with my kids and some of the children at the Westwood Church of Christ. So I'm excited about that. Hey guys, stay tuned after the break. Oh, my Kelly, she dropped it. Look at that burger. Oh my, open at 10 a.m. Let's see.
Yeah,
well, they're open. They're open. We were so blessed to get to be there yesterday, and they got a wonderful staff. and Amber and Ashley, there's some of their that prosciutto on that toast with the cheese. Oh my goodness, all that was so good. But they do catering on top of everything. So if you've got a big game coming up and that you want to make sure that all your people are taken care of, you can't go wrong. And if you got a wedding, I mean, this is high quality Super Bowl party. Yeah.
If you know me, you know I love to entertain, but I don't cook. So I'm already thinking, I need to call these girls.
That's the way to do it, because not everybody wants to cook, and a lot of times it's funny, the story of Mary and Martha. A lot of times I'm a Martha. I need to be a Mary.
and my Bible study yesterday, that was the topic of conversation. We needed to quit being Martha.
Quit being Martha. Quit worrying about that food. God will take care of it. Yeah. And our good friends at Fairport Cruise, they'll take care of it. That's wonderful. Okay, guys, we're going to go to our last break, and after that, we're going to talk about some more of the stuff coming up. Because, we got a Republican Party going on. We've got the Goosebumps show that's going on. We've got so many things to talk about, but guys, stay tuned. Stick with us after the break, because we got more to come. But remember, guys, keep it first.
Tri-County Bank has been serving the people of this region for 53 years, and we are fully committed to the people and the communities that place their trust in us. McMinnville in Warren County is just one of the 9 counties that we serve. With 4 convenient branch locations, along with 7 ATM and ITM locations, you can be assured that Citizens Tri-County Bank is close by. Committed to you and committed to the communities we serve. It truly is what makes Citizens Tri-County Bank the only community bank you'll ever need. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
This is David Moore with Supreme Building Products. We've been your one-stop shopping center for lumber and building supplies since 1963. We're a family-owned business and operated and proudly served Warren counties for over 50 years. At Supreme, it's not just about great prices, but it's about exceptional service. Our customers are what's always supreme. From lumber to roofing to plumbing and paint, we have everything you need to build your dream home from the ground up. Whether you're a contractor, a homeowner, or a weekend warrior, our knowledgeable staff is ready to assist you at our state-of-the-art drive-through lumberyard. Visit us, please, at the corner of Highway 70 and North Spring Street. There's something for everyone at Supreme Building Products, where quality and customers come first, and the coffee's always free. And always be sure to shop local. Call us, please, at 473-9564.
Where we say the customer's always supreme. Supreme Building Products. Your one-stop shop for all your building needs. From the showroom to the lumberyard, a builder's dream. Professional sales and a great location with your guaranteed satisfaction. Where we say the customer's always supreme. Supreme Building Products. Supreme Building Products.
Rise and shine, McMinnville. Treat yourself to delicious frozen and soft drinks in Sonic, perfect for those hot summer days. Whether it's lunch or dinner, let Sonic be your go-to stop to cool off and refuel during the summer rush. And don't miss our special drink offer available until 10 a.m. Start your day the right way. With so many flavors to choose from and the best sun drop in town, why go anywhere else? Drive into summer with Sonic in McMinnville.
Fall is here, and it's the perfect time for planting. Visit Randall Walker Farms at 8240 Manchester Highway in Morrison, Tennessee. From fresh plants to seasonal favorites, we have everything you need to beautify your home or project this fall. Available for both retail and wholesale. Looking for something sweet? Don't miss out on our delicious frozen blueberries. Stop by and see us 6 days a week, Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Saturday from 7 a.m. to 12 p.m. For more information, call 931-635-9535 or email rwalkerfarms@benlomond.net. Get ready for fall with Randall Walker Farms, where fall planning begins.
Hey guys, welcome back to Warren First 931. I'm subbing in for Kelly as the host, but and I'm Brian Carr. I'm your friend from up the road. But we got the lovely Miss Vannessa Miller here with us today.
Good morning.
And look, it has been wonderful. I'm so sorry because I generally sit on that side. You got the door. You got it. I'm so sorry. And look, here she is proving what she was just talking about being kind to everybody. We're here at Juicy's down here on Main Street. If you haven't been here before, shame on you because you need to be here because we got some of the best food here. And we had Miss Lovely India talking about the specials. And that soup sounds so good because right now with everybody turning on their heat, it's drying up the air, so everybody's got the hard boogers going on. Sorry, guys, not sorry. Everybody's getting dried out right now. So if you don't have a humidifier, you need to go see our good friends at Stacy's Wellness Pharmacy. They can make sure they can hook you up with that. But again, it is a wonderful Thursday, and we're seeing flakes coming down. I'm just going to give you a quick tidbit on what the forecast is right now. Because currently in Warren County, it's still 25 degrees. It's supposed to get to a high of 31. It's going to be partly cloudy. So you'll see some sunshine breaking in. But thank you, Reddit Brown Ford, for being our community weather sponsor. And guys, let's just go right into National Day. We're going to share this tab instead. We'll get back to all the things that are going on. But this is going to be sponsored by our good friends at Sonic, who you just watched a commercial for. And today, and come on, Brian, get it on the screen here. All right, you see it and I see it. We all see it. So thank you, Kelly, because I know Kelly's in the background making sure everything goes. It's Get to Know Your Customers Day. It's always the third Thursday of each quarter. And guys, we're already here at the third Thursday. And every third Thursday, you can find the Republican Party meeting. And tonight they'll be meeting at 6 o'clock over at the administrative building in the early voting room. That's what happens every third Thursday also. Also, it's National Bagel Day.
All right.
It's National Booch Day. And if you don't know what Booch is, we're talking about kombucha. And so if you need your bowels straightened out, get you some kombucha. National Strawberry Ice Cream Day.
Oh.
And National Hat Day. And guys, I do have a hat here, and I sometimes I will wear the hat. Like if we're at Supreme Building Company, a lot of times I'll wear the hat because the owner, he's wearing a hat too. But for the most part, I cannot wear a hat indoors. It just drives me crazy. To me, it's about decorum and about how we have, as a group of people that are socialized and civilized. Etiquette to me is very important. Just like holding the door open for folks, just like walking on the right side of the street side if you're a man and walking with a lady. That's important. And so I want to make sure that I do the things that keep me elevated, so to speak. And I don't say it over anybody else. It's just the fact that we need to make sure that we have a sense of decorum, a sense of what's important, because when we come to etiquette, that says a lot about our society.
Absolutely. Respect. To me, so much of etiquette is simply respect for one another. If you choose to walk on the outside of the street because you're the man and you're walking beside me, it doesn't make me less of a person. It just tells me that you respect me and that you're going to try to protect. That doesn't take anything away from me. When you remove your hat, when you walk into a building, that just tells me that you're respecting the people in that building. So I think oftentimes people confuse etiquette with pretension.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
It isn't.
I don't be pretentious, but again, these are things that if you have something that's a pet peeve of yours, but again, it's National Hat Day today, and I'll put my hat on.
I saw a squirrel. Sorry.
So thank you, Sonic, for sponsoring our National Day. And guys, we're going to go back to the Facebook, and I'm going to show you this right here because we've got. It is School Board Appreciation Week, and thank you to our school board members, and we'll name all of them. We've got Mr. Kris Cope, we've got Mr. Matt Brown, we've got Mr. James Bennett, which we'll circle back to him, Mr. Tommy Caldwell, Mr. Jarvis Johnson, and Mr. Larry Judkins. Now, for the seats that are open that are going into this next election, Mr. Kris Cope, who is in the 5th district, Mr. James Bennett, who's in the 1st district, and Mr. Larry Judkins, who's in the 3rd district, their seats are going to be up for election this year. And to my understanding, Mr. Kris Cope is running, Mr. James Bennett is running, and Mr. Larry Judkins. So all three are running from what I've heard. But Mr. James Bennett put a post out yesterday, and I've got this on my other Facebook page that I've got pulled up here. Hopefully you guys can see it. And Mr. James Bennett writes, I'm going to check to see if it's on the screen. There we go. I'll make this a little bigger so you guys can see. But he writes, I'd like to hear from you. As a school board member of District 1, which is County Commission Districts 2 and 3, I want to gather community input on an important topic currently being discussed, the possibility of building a new football stadium at the Warren County High School. Before any decisions are made, I want to hear from you, our community, so I understand how the people feel I represent about the idea. Your thoughts, concerns, hopes matter, and they will help guide the conversations ahead. As a former Warren County High School principal and former football coach, I certainly have my own perspective on the issue, and I'm looking forward to sharing those after I've had a chance to hear from you. Please share your opinions and comments or send a message. I appreciate your engagement and your commitment to our students and our community. And he also leaves his email and telephone number. I'll save that from you. But this is kind of what the proposed thing is. We'll show this picture here. And now, one of the things that you'll notice in this picture is there is a track. And this is actually a real track that qualifies for TSSAA. Because currently in Warren County, we don't have a track that qualifies for TSSAA standards. So having a track would be really beneficial to our football programs and our basketball programs, and just to our track program.
Our track and field program. Yeah. It would give them the ability to host events.
Yes, because guys, if you've been to our track over at Nunley Stadium, which guys, I love Nunley Stadium.
You graduated. Well, I graduated there. You were down in West Tennessee.
I was down in West Tennessee, but my dad played football. He was on the 73 team that went 10-0. The only team in Warren County that has ever gone 10-0.
The year I was born. So it's been a while, Warren County.
So, and that's how I got to West Tennessee. My dad and Jerry Lusk got full rides to UT Martin, and that's where I was born at Obion County General Hospital, just outside of Martin. So, in saying that, it has a sentimental spot in so many people's hearts, but it's not regulation. We really can't do anything because it's built in a bowl like it is. And guys, just like everything, times change. And one of the things that we have, and I feel like this is a problem lots of places, but especially here in Warren County, is we're reactionary. We, instead of planning down the road and saying, hey, this is our plan for the future, because guess what? We're going to need more schools. We're going to need another high school. This one's already 30 plus years as it is. And so we need to be thinking long term and putting away the funds, because guys, the way things are changing in this country, we no longer have a federal Department of Education. So we've got to figure out what to do with this. So Vannessa, I'm going to ask you, and on behalf of Mr. Bennett, what do you think about plans for a new high school stadium? Unload.
That's a loaded question for me. And I do think that we need it. I think that it's important that our athletic programs, all of them, can host and compete at that TSAA level, because and I think I said that wrong, but because we have a lot of athletes, and that is their next step to being college recruited. They need to come from those programs. And just like with your dad, he got a ride, ended up at UT Martin. And so that does happen a lot in our community. So I do think it's important. I think it's important that our children have a safe place that they can play. Now, having said that, coming from my perspective, I think before public school does anything with athletics, they need to put a little more emphasis on their current buildings and their current standards.
Yes.
To me, the athletics are secondary.
I concur.
So I would want to know a little bit more about the condition of all our schools, whether or not we have enough schools to house the current number of students with the projected growth for the next 5 years. And then I could give him some input on how I felt about the funds going for a new football field.
I concur. I feel like we're putting the cart before the horse. And I know this is one of the flashy things. Generally, people get caught up by the sizzle of the steak, the actual meat of the product. And I think that's one of the things that the common person might want. So Man, I'm like you. There's other things that are way more important than this. If you look at our third grade reading scores, and you look at our math scores from third to eighth grade, they're not very good, guys. And that's one of the things that we need to be focused on. But one of our good friends, Mr. Scotty Keel, writes, we need a new high school. 2 high schools would be better. That school is too large. Yes, put bleachers on the practice field. Boom, now you have a field. And look, if they got a practice field, they can. But go ahead and have a field. I am not. It doesn't hurt my feelings that we wouldn't have football games at Nunley Stadium like we do now, and it can still be utilized for lots of different things. One of the things that we used to always have at Nunley Stadium was the Relay for Life. And then that has changed places, and a lot of people would like to go back to that. And I'm sure we can find all kinds of other things. I'll tell you, one of the things that I think would be good is that even if we just repave the track for the community, so the community could use it as a walking track, I would be okay with that for after school and everything. But I do think and we do need a track, guys. If we're going to be competitive at sports like we're trying to do, you got to have a track program, and you got to have places to run. And so,
can I jump in right quick when you get done?
Yeah. Here, let's.
Well, it's your
put,
show after all.
Here. Let me get back to.
I'm in there. No,
here.
I'm in there. I was just going to add to what y'all were both saying is that feedback that I've been getting from my people, because if you guys, and I say this, if you are not watching the county meetings, the subcommittee meetings, you really need to see what the money is going towards. And as Brian was using the reaction comment, again, a lot of people said that we have just spent how much money on those lights at the football field. It was close to, and correct me if I'm wrong, was it $450,000? It was a granted, but still, you think of all this money that we are getting for lights and for all these other things. And like Vannessa and you both said, and I can agree upon, there's buildings that need to be fixed. There's locker rooms that need to be fixed. There's other organizations other than, and I hate to put it like this, basketball, baseball, softball, like the basic 3 that need to also be looked at, shining the light on some of the sports that have not got love. We also got to think about the wrestling team. Absolutely. They have to do when there's a basketball game going on, they have to go to the facility to do the wrestling matches. You have to think of all these things in all perspective of where is our money going to be best utilized at. So I urge you guys, especially with this 2026 election coming up, whether it's with the school board or your county officials, it all starts at the local level. You need to go to these subcommittees. You need to watch these subcommittees. You got to get your input in, because at the end of the day, guys, this is your taxpayer dollars going into your these programs. And if you don't think that's what's happening, you're living under a rock. I've had to educate. I know Vannessa's educated people. I know Brian's have been approached by people. I have as well. Go to these meetings, and we are so fortunate that the city has their stuff online that you can watch, as well as the school board meetings you can watch. If you have any issues, all the information on these local elected officials are online. None of this information is hidden. You can find it. So,
Kelly, to your point, one of the big things that was in one of these meetings just this last week was about the employee health clinic there at the school board. And Kelly and I got to go see it the other day. Now, it's pretty small, and for just a small waiting room. So if you're sick, you're going to be sitting next to somebody who may be coming in for a wellness checkup.
It's literally 2 seats on each side of this room. That's it. That's all you get.
And it's a small room. And one of the problems that they're having is you have to wait 2 or 3 days to get an appointment. So if you're an employee for the Warren County school system or for a Warren County employee, and you got a child that has a viral, say they've got COVID, well, we can't put them on antivirals because we can't get them in the test for 2 days. So by the time that they finally get in, we've missed the window to be able to prescribe.
And then that parent's got or that person's got to take their kid to Fast Pace or these other places, which there's nothing wrong with that. But it's like we said the other day, isn't that what it was the word we used? Counterproductive, counterproductive.
The whole reason for the clinic is to get the insurance down because their claims were so high. But if you can't get into the clinic, then you're going to have to go someplace that you do get seen, and it's going to cause your claims to go back up.
So I think something that you seem to be hitting on, Kelly, is that it's important to look at the whole picture. The county doesn't just fund the schools. And, and sports aren't the only part of public school. And I would like to remind the school board that academics, teaching children to think, is their purpose.
Yeah.
The athletics are the fluff.
Yeah, and I appreciate Mr. Bennett for going ahead and asking the question like that. But I'm going to go ahead and say, hey, what do you think is most important for us to be focusing on and spending money on? And Facebook and social media is a great way to get response. And hey, thank you, Mr. Bennett, for putting that out, because you did get a lot of comments. You got a lot of responses for that. And with it being School Board Administration Appreciation Week, hey, good job. But as Warren County folks, I think we want to know more about what the plan is for the future.
The whole plan.
Again, this is another reactionary thing.
Right.
And so if you said, hey, we probably need to think about building a new school, I say, hey, that's a good idea, because this school's getting old and we're going to need to have something. And if we want to budget that in, we do that. But again, I'm tired of putting Band-Aids on things.
Mm-hmm.
I want some real progressive thought and some input. And just like with back in January of last year, we had the special session that Governor Lee called in for the school choice stuff. Well, guys, we were the last people to know what was going on. And our school board made this big resolution about how we weren't going to support the school choice thing. Guys, when they call a special session, they already know exactly how the vote's going to be. And so we look like silly people talking about how we are not against for the teachers and everything. And that they didn't even know the legislation because it put our teachers at risk for losing their. So, guys, that's how important going to these meetings are, watching the meetings, and we're thankful to the Warren County School System for at least having the meetings on. I wish you guys would talk more about academics.
Yes, and hats off to Mr. Bennett. I love it when any public elected official comes to us and asks us what we want.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, they are supposed to be voting on what we want, not what they want. So hats off to Mr. Bennett to putting it out to the public.
Yes, and guys, we're so grateful for you guys watching us. And even if you're not online at the same time to make a comment in live real time, go ahead and make a comment, because we want to go back to these, because we go back and look at these comments.
Yeah.
Yes, we had an hour-long conversation yesterday. That was one of our comments yesterday.
And I want to say, we also posted Mr. Bennett's questions on our social media feeds as well. So anybody, he's got it on his feed, Chatter, and I put it on ours. Again, I think that feedback's the best thing. And guys, if you don't like what you're seeing or what you're hearing, I stress this: call your local elected official, call your people in your district and tell them your concerns, because if you don't call them and let them know what's up or how you feel about it, nothing's ever going to change. If you want to make change, you sometimes have to be the change. You can't be just a keyboard typer. You got to verbalize it. They got to see you.
Yeah, keyboard warrior. Yeah, we don't need those.
Well,
go ahead.
I was just going to say, sometimes by taking no action at all, we're compliant.
And we allow it, yes.
And we allow it. And, I don't know about you all, but I don't want to see McMinnville, Tennessee on the national news like we're seeing Minneapolis right now. And, a lot of people in Minnesota have just been passive. And that's what happens when we are just passive, is things get out of control.
Now, I'm going to add this to the stage again here just for a moment. And this is back to our Ward First page. That's showing what Mr. James Bennett was talking about, and we've even got comments on our page for people wanting to see. Let's just go ahead and read some of these comments. I can tell you that I spoke to Coach Bennett. He requested feedback and actually listened. It was a good conversation. It was great to have someone request input and actually listen and make you feel like you were in agreement. Thanks, Coach. And Mr. Bennett made a reply, and that's Eric Durham. Miss Sharon Walker, very close to our hearts. The field at the middle school is probably one of the most beautiful natural bowl fields in the state of Tennessee. Why can't it be revamped where needed? And Caitlin Bledsoe chimes in, Sharon Walker, the middle school can still use it. The high school needs their own. That's not the case. That's actually not the case. Caitlin, the track does not meet TSSAA regulations, and we've had surveyors come out and look at the track, and you would have to go back into the mountain, into the bowl, and so structurally it won't work. Mr. Jason Wright's coming in. Thank you for sharing. I received so much feedback yesterday. It was great talking to so many people and hearing their input. I'm actually still reading messages this morning. I talked to several people all over. Yeah, because half the county's phone was out. Yeah, but yeah, we got a lot of people that put Scott Murphy. I'm for a new stadium, but also for updating. As a former Pioneer football player and parent of children in various schools and sports, I think we're overemphasizing one sport when many others are excelling. Back to your point, Kelly, about the wrestling, we should assess. And hey, guys, squirrel moment. Before I forget, the ladies are wrestling for the regionals or their last. One of their last duels matches going on tonight, and I do believe that our Warren County High School wrestlers are wrestling tonight. And I can't remember. I don't think it's in the Dalt, but it's maybe at the field house. We'll find out more about that.
They call it the facility.
The facility. That's what it is. But if you can, I can't go because I'm at the Warren County Republican meeting, but I would love to go. Jumping back onto Scott Murphy's comment, we should assess and improve facilities like West Elementary's gym, Bobby Ray's football field, the soccer field near Hickory Creek, and the wrestling venue, which keeps getting the indoor field we built. The Hickory Creek and West School gyms is too small for basketball games. They have middle school football and baseball fields that have been updated with the basic necessities like he's asking, have the middle school football and baseball fields been updated with the basic necessities like drinking water? Let's prioritize fixing our existing infrastructure before building a new stadium. And look, that's probably the wisest thing to do as far as like taking care of what we've got. Just like with the county buying the 3-Star Mall, it would have cost us a lot more to start over and build something. So fixing what we have. Justin Schrum writes 110% for a new stadium being built at the high school. If for nothing else, build to fix the parking situation that hinders the traffic flow around the middle school. Again, that middle school and that bowl was not necessarily made. And guys, this is the history lesson for you folks who are not from Warren County or don't remember this. There were 2 high schools in Warren County for a long, long time. You had the City High School, which is where the Warren County Middle School is now, and then where Bobby Ray Elementary is, that was the county high school. Those were the 2 high schools. One was the Rebels, and one was
City,
the Dogs. Or
before our time.
Before our time, but there was a competition between that, just like and before that, a lot of the little subsidiaries, the little communities outside, like Morrison, Viola, Demeril, Urban College, a lot of these places, those were not just K through 8 schools, those were K through 12, and they took those very seriously. And we still have the tradition of playing basketball, even at the middle school level. People will still come out in the community and support these things. So this is very important to understand that we've done this in the past where we've had multiple high schools, and it's worked out. Now when we consolidated them, there was a lot of change, and it was nice to get all the good players on the football team. And there we had a 10-0 season, but then after that we haven't really done much. In the 80s, we had a few good teams. But sorry, I get the whole nostalgia thing from everyone who graduated high school on Caldwell Street 5 decades ago. But it's high time we move on from 1976 and venture into 2026. My only request would be to take the 200,000 flashing lights down and move them to the new stadium before the first home game. I like it. And guys, we can keep going on. But again, thank you, James Bennett, for posting this and getting the reactions that have been going on. And hey, that might be a story to put in our next episode of The Local Voice. And if you haven't got your copy of The Local Voice, you need to go get one. You can find them at Jay's Restaurant at all kinds of different locations you can see on here below. Kelly, I'm going to pop off this for a second here and put you back on and see how we're doing on time. It is getting a little later here. We're getting more folks coming in.
My feet are getting cold.
Yeah, we're sitting here by the doors.
I'm going to scooch a little closer.
They put me in a private room today. So
I always get next to a fat man. He'll give you shade in the summer and keep you warm in the winter. But guys, don't forget, we got the Edgar Allan Poe event going on this weekend at our good friends at the Black House. I was going to say Frank Black. It's the singer from the Pixies. But no, I don't think he's ever been referenced on this. But at the Black House, they're having and our good friend, Mr. Matt Campbell, is going to be doing one of the readings, and several of the readers that read back at Halloween, I got to go and help him see it. It was wonderful. It was such a good time. And we've got Goosebumps. Make sure to go to the Park Theater website. Go ahead and get your tickets now because tickets are selling out. They got a Friday night, Saturday, and then Sunday matinee show. You'll want to make sure that you see this show. My little girl's there, so guys, I'll be at the Park Theater all weekend long, and we've got a ton of stuff coming up in the next couple of weeks. But guys, it has been a blast. Kelly, you got any parting words?
I just want to tell everybody my biggest thing right now is with this election coming up, this is very important, and we need to be involved in our community, any aspect that we can. And if you cannot be at these subcommittees or even, the full court meetings in person, there is several outlets for you guys to watch this to get to stay on top of it and to get this information. And if you can't make that or be able to find that on social media, you're always welcome to tell me, Vannessa, or Brian, and we can show you exactly where to go. But other than that, I think that y'all did a great job. Sorry I chimed in like I did today, but I couldn't help it.
Listen, and that's what we want everybody to do. If you feel the need to have your voice heard, come let us know. I mean, you can come see us. You know where we are pretty much every day of the week. Tomorrow we'll be at Spring Building Company with our good friend Reese Moore and the Moore family and talk about the things that are going on. Guys, if you're not winterizing your house, you're behind the game. We've been telling you for a while.
And before I forget, on tomorrow's show, we have two special guests coming on. We're going to have Wayne Wolford coming on the show to talk about the Unity Walk coming up because, of course, everybody knows Martin Luther King Day.
Yes.
And then we're also going to have another special guest. Her name is Lindsay. She is one of newest entrepreneurs here in the Warren County community, starting a new business. And we're going to highlight her business tomorrow morning.
Awesome. I love entrepreneurs.
Right. I do too.
Well, and that's the thing. Just like with Kris Gore, we had him on this morning.
Yeah.
Ex-military, that was his life. Just steps out and says, hey, I'm going to start a business. And we support that kind of stuff. And they're local, so we want to make sure that we give them the push that we can to help them launch their business. So, hey, all you entrepreneurs, or if you're thinking about being an entrepreneur, come be in with us here at Warren First 931. We'd love to help you out in any way that we can.
All right, I'm good. I got a bell though. They're looking at me weird. I gotta go.
Bye, Kel.
Bye.
Oh, fun times.
So, guys, it's been such a blessing. Remember, hey, if you got prayer requests, send those in for tomorrow's show. We're going to be praying for the community. We're going to keep Miss Kathy Gardner Long in our prayers and her family. I don't want to go into her children's names, but just I hope they know that we're praying for them, and that's how we start our day. Guys, it's cold, so bundle up. Make sure that you bring your pets and animals in tonight. It's going to get really cold, especially for Sunday. It's going to get real cold. So make sure if you're out and about, be careful. May have some ice don't think so right now. Haven't had a lot of precipitation, just some beautiful feathery snowflakes falling down, but nothing that's accumulated. Thank you, Reddit Brown, for being our weather sponsor. And guys, we want to give a shout out to all our people who made comments. Derek Coates, thank you so much for joining us today. Miss Tina, thank you. Dwayne Ramsey, thank you so much. Cody Jones, he says hello. Good morning to all my good friends. And Vannessa, she was jumping in because I was here we were talking about the you hear that? We also got to the habit of eating what we have. If the corn is fresh, eat the corn. If the zucchini's in, eat it. I love zucchini. I love spiraled zucchini. I started using that instead of noodles.
But don't you remember when you were a child, you ate what was in the garden?
Oh,
and now then we just want. Well, I could go off on a whole tangent about this.
But that's
eat real food. It's that simple.
Well, I'm so thankful that things are changing, and even stuff like, guys, we didn't even talk about what's going on at the Supreme Court right now with all the stuff that's going on. But it looks like some common sense is coming back. But it's a shame that we've had to go all the way up to the Supreme Court about common sense. Betsy Reed White wrote in, Dwayne Ramsey, call and ask Wes Williams. We were talking about the cattle thing, how many cattle. So thank you, Miss Betsy, for chiming in and helping Mr. Dwayne out. And look, we've got Kelly who's written a whole bunch of stuff that's been jumping on our wonderful report on human trafficking that's going on here in Warren County in the state of Tennessee. Guys, you got to keep your eyes and ears open. Again, thank you, Miss Tina. And Jessica, you're too sweet.
Happy belated birthday, Jessica.
Yes. And I hope you've had a great time on your awesome adventure. We've been keeping up. Love you. Love you and your family, girl. And I got to get your mama on the show here sometime, because a lot of people may not know Miss Patty Clark gets a lot of the credit for our Warren County Pioneerettes program, but it was actually Jessica's mother, Miss Pat Grissom, who got the ball rolling on that. And it took, okay, so here we are going down this memory lane again. It took the majorettes. It basically gave the majorettes something to do, because for a long time, the dancers, there weren't dancers. There were just cheerleaders and majorettes. Baton twirlers. And so now with Pioneerettes, it took a more active approach of dance and incorporating that into cheer and band and stuff like that. And look, we had some national championships produced by our Warren County Pioneerettes, and those girls work hard, and they've been working real hard at the state level. So kudos to Miss Pat.
Fun fact, I got to attend the Macy's Day Parade for the first time because my mother was a chaperone when the Pioneerettes got to go.
Oh, that's
and so it creates opportunities for a lot of people in our community.
And one last, B. Andrew, thank you. Hey, B, thank you so much, and thank you for joining in, guys. Remember, in this life, you can wake up and choose to be two things. You can be a blessing or be a curse, but always remember, keep it first.